Do we like yellow? I don't know, you guys. I can't tell. You let me know. So today I'm going to talk about the art of collapsing time. So I've kind of touched on this topic before, but not for quite a while. So today I thought we would have some fun and talk about collapsing timelines, which is really something that you need to learn how to do if you want to call in your manifestations really quickly. And basically, if you just want to get out of your own way and create the life of your dreams really quickly. So if you don't know what collapsing timelines means, don't worry, I'm going to explain it all to you. So be sure to keep watching. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I am a life coach and law of attraction teacher, and you have found my YouTube channel where I upload 2 new videos for you guys every week, all about the art of creating your best life ever. I use mindset and manifestation to create miracles in your life. And if you want to join me on this amazing journey of transformation, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So today we're going to talk about the art of collapsing time, and that really is as fun as it sounds, but really time is not as solid as we like to think. And if you start to play with the art of manifesting and with the law of attraction, you can start to play with time just as easily as you play with everything else. So one of the things that you need in order to make a quantum jump in your life, and what do I mean by a quantum jump? Which I would basically call that a miracle, like a massive miracle. It is where you would go from A to B really, really fast, without the usual drama and the years and the hard work and whatever in between. So it's a way of you getting to your goal way quicker than it should be, right? That is a real trick of manifesting. And when you get into manifesting, these things will start to happen for you more and more and more. So I'm going to give you guys 3 tips today on how to collapse timelines and make whatever it is that you're manifesting come to you faster. So tip number 1. So what do you need to do in order to collapse time? Well, the first thing you need to do is to stop thinking about time. So it is so funny when we think about manifestations, when we think about our big goals, most of us still have a very strong story about time attached to our belief. So what happens when you create this belief in time and you believe it's going to take 2 years to do something? Then it's going to take 2 years to do something. So one of the things you really have to be on the lookout for when you are manifesting is all these funny things that we create in our brain that don't really have to be true and that have anything to do with time. If you need to get rid of all that stuff if you want to start calling something in faster, right? So for example, most of us think like if it comes to building a business, it's going to take a few years in order for us to find our clients. But really, in this internet age, we have access to so many people, and there are lots of ways customers can come and find you, even in the beginning. But if you are continuing in your mind to think, in a few years when I get these customers, or in a few years when my business takes off, or in a few years once I've proven myself, you are committing to a few years. You're committing to making it all happen, but not right now. So in order to collapse time, you really have to be on the lookout for any of these thoughts that you may have about how long things should take. And we've been trained over and over again in this lifetime to think about how long something should take. Like it should take, I don't know, a year at least for you to find, like to get into a relationship and to get married. But like, honestly, if you are really big on getting married and you find somebody that's wonderful for you, it doesn't have to take a year, you guys. Like that is just a belief that we have. It's a belief structure around something. But the more that you hold that up, the more that has to be true. So when it comes to your manifestations, again, you need to be really clear about what you are imagining for yourself. And it is totally okay to think big picture. If you don't want something right now, you can work on manifesting something in 2 years. That's totally fine. This video only applies to you if you are tired of waiting, if there's no reason for you to wait. If you really want to create something today, then you can create something today. So the first thing to look out for is to drop that old weird attachments to how long things should take. The second thing you need to do in order to collapse time is to start bringing it into your now. So again, with manifestation, we tend to have this someday far away vision of what life would look like. So when we imagine ourselves with our intention, we still think of not only a time, but like a place in the future where we have that and we feel good. But why not start to imagine just your life now with the intention in it? So that's really collapsing time, right? If the thing that you wanted was just yours right now, what would be different? How would you feel? What would you say? What would you do? What would you think? What would you believe? Like, what would be different in your world if you had the thing you wanted and it was here right now? So again, manifesting is just about learning how to believe before we see and not sitting around waiting for evidence. Because if you sit around and wait for the evidence, you might be sitting around waiting for the evidence for forever. Whereas if you believe in something, you will start to find the evidence and you will start to create it in your reality starting right now. So believing that you can have something here and now without making a big deal about it, without making it like a weird fantasy thing, bringing it as much as you can into your tangible reality, that is going to help speed up your manifestations. Because part of it is taking it off the shelf. Part of it is making it real to your actual real life right now. And that is so key. Imagining a fantasy world that you will never inhabit, it can be fun, but it is way more practical in manifesting terms to imagine your reality with the things you want in it, instead of creating a complete fantasy that you know in your mind is probably never going to 100% work out, right? So the more realistic you can make it, the more you can align yourself with that having energy and the way you are now and having it now, the faster you can collapse that timeline. Tip number 3 is to just release the pedestal mentality. And so this kind of comes back again to what we were just talking about. But again, we all tend to give whatever it is that we've decided that we want. We decide that it is worth more than us. Somehow it is beyond us. And once you decide something is beyond you, it is very hard to bring it back down into your reality. So I talked about bringing things into your current time, like stop being attached to time, bringing them into the now and connecting with them here. So this is just removing any lingering extra weird importance that you might have created around whatever it is. So like, my common example of this is like, everyone always wants to manifest $1 million, but if you ask somebody what does $1 million feel like, they're gonna be like, oh my God, everything is perfect, my life is amazing, now nothing's ever gonna go wrong ever again. And I don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but like, I don't care who you are, I don't care what you are manifesting, there is going to be a downside to whatever that is, because life isn't perfect. There is no one perfect answer. If you are believing that the manifestation is going to make your life perfect, you are going to be very disappointed. And you're also creating another barrier getting in the way between you and it, right? So with the $1 million example, like there's that old story about lottery winners who like tend to lose all of their winnings within a very short period of time because they managed to manifest money, but they still didn't have their money game strong, right? And they have this thing with money is like, maybe money makes them nervous. Maybe they don't know what to do with money. So they don't have a safe place for it. They don't know how to take care of it. They don't know how to act around it. So when $1 million comes to them, it doesn't solve all their problems. They just spend the $1 million and then the $1 million is gone. And again, that is what will happen if you aren't really like paying attention to what you're doing. Like if you're making that money mean something and you're not changing who you are, then whatever it is isn't going to stick around, right? So I want you to take the importance away. I need you to bring it back down to earth. I need you to stop thinking that this is a fairy tale wand and that none of your problems will matter. Like $1 million will bring up more problems. You'll have to learn how to manage that money. You'll have to deal with maybe requests from your relatives or your friends or whoever. Money can create more problems, just different problems. Maybe those are problems you would love to have, but it is not going to make your life perfect. Nothing will make your life perfect. So again, look at your manifestation intention, look at whatever you're thinking about, and really ask yourself if you're being realistic. Like if you are creating this crazy scenario in which you will never feel sadness again, you are barking up the wrong tree, my friend. You have made something mean something that it can never actually mean. So you've got to remove all of that. You've got to take away all that importance. You've got to take away all that mental drama. You can still go after the thing you want, but you just have to stop making it mean so much. And once it stops meaning so much, that will also bring it back down to your level and make it so much easier for you to manifest. One of the manifesting quotes I've heard a million times is that it is just as easy for the universe to give you a penny as it is for $1 million. But the reason that doesn't happen is because we have made $1 million mean so much in our brain. And because it means so much more in our brain than it actually means, then we also block ourselves from receiving it. So if you want to collapse time, if you want to get really successful with your manifesting, you've got to get rid of all of that mental junk. You got to get real, you guys. You got to step out of fairyland. You got to come back down to reality, and approach things more like a game. Like, wouldn't life be so much more fun if I had $1 million? Well, fuck yeah, it would. So why not go for it and stop making it mean something that it will never mean? Because money is just money. You are the important thing. Gotta work on yourself first and foremost, you guys. So that is it for my video today. I hope this gives you a little bit of a jumping off point on how you can start to collapse time and make things happen faster for you. I know when it comes to manifesting, everybody wants things yesterday, they want it now, and you can manifest super fast, but you need to put in the work, and you need to do the mental work, and you need to get clear about what's happening in your own mind in order for that to happen. But you really can create anything you want on any timeline you want, and I highly suggest you go out there and have fun with this, play with it, see how you can start getting out of your own way, and see how much faster your manifestations will start coming to you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I so appreciate you taking time out of your busy week to hang out here with me. If you liked this, please give it a like. If you know someone that could use this message, please pass it along to them, because I would really love your help in expanding my beautiful YouTube community here. I love you guys so much. If you want to learn more about me, come on over to the site. I have a free fear busting workbook for you guys to download over there. And this workbook is really amazing at helping you get clarity around whatever fear might be in your life. And as we kind of touched on this episode, there's fear around pretty much anything. Anytime you want to change your life and massively up level, you will run into fear. So come on over, download the workbook. It'll really help you out a lot. And it's totally free. So I'd love to see you over there. And I will see you guys back here soon in the next video. So until then, I'm wishing you an amazing week of manifestation fun. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.